Hello everyone, my name is Kuldeep Dwivedi and I am assistant professor in mechanical engineering in AIST Sagar. So we have to perform the refrigeration test rig experiment. So for the better understanding of that experiment, firstly we have to understand the basic principle and operation of vapor compression refrigeration cycle. So moving into that, there are four basic components in VCRS cycle: compressor, condenser, expansion valve and the evaporator. As you can see, this cycle is in anti-clockwise direction. What does it mean? It basically means that it is a power absorbing cycle. It means we are giving the external work into the cycle to produce the desired effect. So firstly, the heat is extracted in the evaporator, then this is the entry point to the compressor. After flowing from the evaporator, it is converted into vapor, and this vapor, saturated vapor from the compressor, is compressed into the state 2, and after that it goes into the condenser, and condenser converted that saturated vapor into the saturated liquid, and in the last process this saturated liquid is expanded in the capillary tube or in a thermostat. So this is basically the cycle. Now we can also represent the cycle on a TS diagram, temperature entropy diagram. So if this is the exit point at the evaporator. So, and we can also say this is the entry point to the compressor. So the gas is compressed from one point to point 2. In this we can see that the entropy of the process is constant. It means this is the isentropic process. So the compression and vapor compression cycle is isentropic. It means it is reversible as well as adiabatic. And after compression up to the point 2, it goes into the condenser, and the vapor is condensed up to the point. The vapor is converted into the saturated liquid state. This is the saturated liquid line, and this is the saturated liquid line. So after passing through the condenser, the vapor is converted into the saturated liquid state, and finally it is expanded up to the point 4 in an expansion valve, and this is the isenthalpic process, and the enthalpy in this process remains constant. So the motive of our experiment is to find out the coefficient of performance of our system. So to find out the coefficient of performance, we have to find all the four temperatures involved in the process. So the input in this cycle is the enthalpy change in the compressor. So enthalpy change in point 1 and point 2. So we can say the work input is H1 minus H2, and we can represent it in the form of Cp T1 minus T2. In the same way, the desired effect is to extract the heat from the evaporator. So this is H1 minus H4. So this is the enthalpy change in the evaporator. So it can be written as Cp T1 minus T4, and the COP, as we know from the formula, that it is the ratio of desired effect to the work input to the compressor. So after getting all the four temperatures in the experiment, we can simply put the temperature values and we can get the coefficient performance of the system. So as we seen in the representation, this is our experimental setup for the experiment, and as we have discussed, there are four basic components. So this is the Hermitian shield compressor. This is air cooled condenser. As you can see, there are fins out there for the heat transfer. This is a forced convection air cooled condenser. This is flow meter, and this is the for the expansion device thermostat. This is evaporator. This is basically cell and coil tube type heat exchanger, and this is the one phase 2 wire heat, the input that we have to give. So after switch on the supply, the refrigerant, this is the refrigerant inside the tank, this is the tank, and we have put brine solution in that, and this is a coil inside it, so it will get heated, and after passing from the evaporator, the refrigerant will go into the condenser, and after some time from passing out the condenser, it will go into the expansion device, and after expansion, the process will be recirculated and it will again follow the same process. So we have to find the 4 temperatures involving in the process. So this is a digital temperature indicator, and this is the knob, so referring to the 4 processes 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 1 representing the temperature after compression, so we can simply find the different temperatures at different settings. So and this is the pressure gauges from the suction pressure and the discharge pressure. We can measure both the pressures from this directly. So this is a very simple procedure. So you can find out the readings for mainly 3 or 4 observations for different time being, and we can simply find the COP of the system.